On the draw, we're really just looking to get our land situation straightened out. If we can do that, then there's, and hopefully, we can get value out of nearly any card. Stag is fine, Scrap Melter is fine. So, into the core on 2 living weapons would be pretty nice, especially because they don't come back to be rebought with Glissa. So, that last game though, he had the 2 Sylvok replicas, and he probably kept the hand because he was like, well, I'm fine because I have the replicas as removal. But just by our deck design, we managed to blank his strategy, and that's part of the reason I don't really care for Sphere of the Suns or whatever. Although, if I keep losing games to mulligans, then obviously some kind of change is gonna have to occur. This hand is fine. It's a little slow, but most of my hands are. It's got a lot of value. Sunblast Angel Venser in particular is a good combo because because I'm probably going to be behind, he's probably going to be attacking a lot, and then I can just use Sunblast to wipe him out. And that's assuming I don't draw anything in between to stabilize. Really like to see a Mirroring Crusader here, because I know that he doesn't really have any way to deal with that short of like a couple of Mortar Pods or Mortar Pod on a... oh, you can't even Mortar Pod because the token is black. They usually have Worm Coil Engine, so I guess you could put Mortar Pod on a Worm Coil Engine and trade the engine for the Crusader. I've had that happen to me before. Perilous Mirror is also usually in these decks is very good against Mirror and Crusader. I don't know what's taking him so long. Maybe he went to get a snack. Sand is pretty slow. I mean, his deck is slow, but Genesis Wave is the reason it's slow, and I think Genesis Wave is more powerful than anything we have. Definitely wish I could do 3 to a creature more easily in block. I'm not aware of any way to, I guess, Burn the Impure. Maybe I should, I know a lot of people run Burn the Impure. I might want to look into replacing my Galvanic Blasts with Burn the Impure, just so I can get Glissa, and it's really good against Inkmoth Nexus. I might do that, or I might do like a 2-2 split. So I can still occasionally go to the face if I need to, but it's also good to be able to like Galvanic Blast Koth, although I guess if you can remove their creatures, you don't usually need to. Just some thoughts. I really do want to get the Perilous Mirrors in there too, or Horizon Bombs or something like that. That Arrest might be good. I mean, Glissa is still annoying even when she's under arrest, but like, I don't know. It's still, like, it keeps her out of combat, which is what we're really afraid of. And this is also going to be a good card in the position that we're in where we're trying to be defensive. It definitely would have been better as Red Sun Zenith. So that's what I get for being cheap. Because with Red Sun Zenith, I could just burn, I could burn Glisser, I could burn an early Perilous Mirror if I had to exile it to protect my Mirroring Crusader. And Red Sun Zenith is just a good card. It's flexible. Exile is actually pretty relevant in block. Getting it shuffled back in your deck is pretty good because the longer it's in your deck, the more of a live draw it becomes. So, yeah. Don't know what's taking so long. This might be the guy who earlier disconnected a couple times and made the game go on forever. I guess the lesson to be learned here is if you don't want to play against that person, don't lose. And you won't get dropped into that bracket. I think I hate this card more than anything in the world because of the stupid... I just hate that I have to take 6 or give him a land. Like, last daily I played, I got beat down by like a couple of emissaries, and I hate trading with that card. I hate it so much. Because I always feel like every turn I wait and don't trade a card for it, the land is less valuable, but then I also lose 2 life a turn, so... We did top deck the Crusader, so we've got the Crusader Hero of Bladehold draw with Sunblast and Venser for endgame. He's probably going to have some removal, or like a skin render for the hero, but that's okay. what we really need him not to have is Glissa. If he does have Glissa, we're probably just going to set up our board presence anyway, and then just arrest it when we're ready to go for the kill, because we want him to think that he's alright. Still pretty good. He still gets his, Perilous Mirrors and Sylvok Replicas and whatnot back whenever he kills one of our guys, which, the way this deck usually plays, is pretty often. Yeah, this guy's starting to get on my nerves, because it's like, he's not disconnecting, he's just taking a long time for every decision. So, yep, that's the card we didn't want to see, especially in tandem with Mortar Pod, because it means that he can actually just throw it at our Mirran Crusader. But now we have lots of Mirran Crusaders, so if he wants to spend his turn getting rid of that one, go right on ahead. Indomitable Archangel would be a good draw here. Like just a 4/4 flyer to go at him and make him sweat. I believe I'm getting attacked with both here. Nope, just the one. Oh, sure. I'll eat that guy. He does get a swamp, which is pretty bad, but he might already have it and just be bluffing. And also, I'm not going to turn down like a free card. I'm okay with that. That Contagion class would be a lot better if that weren't a Perilous Mirror. I think we still play a Hero of Bladehold here. I guess we don't attack. If he taps out for something that isn't threatening, I'm tempted to just arrest the Perilous Mirror and get in there with a gazillion guys. That I may actually do that, because the thing is, I can always use Venser to blink the